G'day everyone. It's been a little while since I've been on YouTube and just trying to get back out in the garden. I've got a few projects underway, but it's I just don't want to take on anything too big. What I want to do is, with that other little garden bed that I just took everything out of, I actually want to just come and just put that on top of this one. That's what I have done before. I've got two here, but I want to put one on top just to make it a little bit taller, and then I'll just use that. Just gives a little bit more height so I don't have to bend over so much in the garden. And just make a little bit less work for myself and a bit more manageable through summer. And I want to take out this underground worm feast. It's like I've got potato growing up there. Just pull out the leaves. There's scissors. It doesn't matter how much coffee grounds I put down. I know the slaters are actually loving it. Put them in around my strawberries. Not fighting a never-ending battle. I don't know how you guys go. Doesn't seem to work for me unless I use snail pellets for the snails. But lilies and slaters, yeah. I don't like using stuff around food that I grow. Oops. I'm just going to have to transplant that little potato, and I know exactly the spot for it. To transplant, pull this one out and replant it before it starts fruiting. So that's another job. Start one job, then you gotta keep plodding on at it. And today I went out and I bought another type of dahlia. I thought what a beautiful colour this one is. So I'm going to be planting some more, and I got some more snapdragons. These are sort of an orangey red and pink, and a beautiful sort of maroon coloured one, and just a little orange vinca. And then I did get some more dahlias. These are like little dwarf ones. So I've got 3 punnets of the dwarf, and I'll get around to planting all of these ones. So it's going to be a beautiful little cluster of colour there. So I decided to get one of my big geofelt planters. You can use these ones as potato bags. But I wanted to actually plant a heap of these dahlias in there, and then I can transplant this one around. This one's a smaller one that I had, and it had like a little potato in it, so I might pop that one in there as well. And a couple of gerberas that had a bit of a hard time over winter. So I'm going to pop these ones into this bed as well, and hopefully they rejuvenate. And I'll just dot a few of these dahlias around as well. So I've just come out just in the evening here, and I thought I'll just take another little look and see how beautiful these all look together with their colours. And there's the gerberas and a few of the dahlias that I dotted around, and it should all look beautiful when it's flowering. So I've just put some Wettasoil on top of this and gave it a good soak, so I'm just going to leave it for a couple of days. And also what I've done is I've just moved a couple of pots around. So this is my super dwarf, I think it's a peach tree, and I've just moved my lime tree over as well. So I'm just trying to keep everything in the one area, and so it just makes it much easier to water. And my grapevine is coming back to life since winter. Same with my frangipani, it's getting new leaves on it. I did repot that one as well into a little bit of a bigger pot. And then we've got these couple of just shrubby things here, and I repotted the Dracaena into a bigger pot, and because that was looking struggling a little bit, but they're pretty hardy. So this is one of my boxwoods I had at the front. It was sort of struggling through winter. We had lots of the big sort of brownish black leaves on the top, so I've cut them all back, and I brought it out the back this afternoon, and it is coming back slowly. So I've just chucked a heap of Wettasoil on it, and I'll give it a couple of good soaks, and just try and get this one going again before I take it back out the front. So this is where that little garden bed was, so I'm just going to probably dig up a little bit of that soil. I've taken everything out of here and repotted the chili, and I'm going to dismantle this, and I'm not going to worry about it because I've just got too many raised beds, and I just find it's too hard to sort of keep the moisture up to them, because this tree here, my pencil pine tree, is I'm pretty sure that's sort of zapping all the moisture out of it with its little roots underground. And then just over here, I've still got my raised garden bed here, but I do actually want to move this one because it is in the wrong spot. So it gets sun all summer long and all the easterly winds, and it just gets blown about too much. So I just want to kind of protect it and maybe just put it up over here. Sorry, with all the clothes on the line there. Just a little bit of shade over there during the summertime, and a little bit more protected from the easterlies because it'll have the shed kind of in the way just to help it out a little bit. So as you can see, my lawn is just non-existent. It's really all these dandelions, and to be honest, it just costs a lot of money to keep this up, and hasn't really had any topsoil. It's been quite neglected for years, but this year I might just go that one little step and perhaps just keep this section here, keep this area here nice and green, and just keep that water up to it just here. I can use some of my rainwater, but we don't get that much rain in summer, so, and I think it'd be nice to come outside and just have a nice little green area here, and the other side yeah, I'll just let that do what it's doing. Just keep it mowed. Well, I've made a good start on the garden at the back. I've done quite a bit over the last couple of days, so I'll just try and do a little bit each day and hopefully just get on top of things. So what I've done here is I've just had to buy another bag of, well, 2 bags of potting mix. I didn't have enough really from the worm farm, so and I managed to pick up just a $2 tomato bush. So I'm going to pop that over here, stake it up just there, and then I'll just pop around a few of the cos lettuce. I like cos lettuce because you can come out and just pick the leaves off of it without having to harvest the whole thing. So there's a nice little worm come to the surface. There's a couple there actually. So I'll give this I'll plant these and I'll give it all a good drink. So I'm just resetting the hungry bin. I've just got some hay here, or straw. Just going to soak that in rainwater. Here I've got some coffee grounds, and this it's been sitting outside all winter, and just noticed it's still got lots of worms in it. So they must have just made their way in there from out in the garden. That's another bonus. So they'll go back into the hungry bin. And also I've put some mushroom compost in there. I'll have some cardboard, shredded cardboard, and some eggshells that I'll put back in there. So here I have some eggshell grit that I ground up. Oh, it's a bit smoky, a bit dusty. Also, I'll have some shredded paper. This is just white paper and also cardboard. I'll chuck a heap of that in. And then we'll add some greens. Even though that's brown, that's actually classed as a green. So I'll pop that in there. This will all get a good wet up. It's looking probably a little dry at the moment, but give that a really good mix up. Got just the tool for that. Comes in handy. This is my little aerator. Just pop that in there and just give it all a bit of a mix up. And then I'll add those worms into it that I pulled out of the bin. And I'll just slowly build this up. It's not going to be to the top to start with, but I'll just keep adding to it. So I've just got a bucket of water here with that straw in it, so I'm just going to tip all that in. Sort of fluff it around a bit. I'll give it another stir up. And I'll give it a really good wet up so it just is draining at the bottom, and then I'll add the worms to it. Because some of the hay is a little bit dry on some of it. But they just love this mixture. It's one of their favourite mixtures. So we've got mushroom compost, we've got some straw, we've got some coffee grounds, got some really finely shredded paper, got some eggshell grit. And then this is the little bucket of worms that I had, and I've got another half bucket there somewhere. Oh, look at that. You get a nice big worm ball when you put them into a little bucket. So they'll love their new little home. And so the process begins again, making some more vermicompost. And there's just a little bit more there as well. Not as many worms in that one, just a few in the bottom. Scoop those ones out. So that's the hungry bin set for, and that'll be ready in a couple of months' time. The more worms you have in the bin, the faster everything breaks down in it. Okay. So I've just got a bag of frozen peas, carrots and corn. So I'll make a nice little feeding zone for them. So these are frozen. So hopefully they like the moisture content there as well. So